they get the maximum impact of cyclone. Like if say you compare, if you compare Mumbai and if you compare Pune, Pune is sufficiently say 115 meters inside the coast, 115 meters inside the coastline. So the effect or impact of cyclone which will be there on Mumbai will be far pronounced than the cyclone which will be there in say a Pune region or some region which is there on the in the you can say insides of a cyclone. Yes, anybody has any question? Anybody wants to ask anything, or shall I continue? Fine. So generally, the places which are there on the coastline have suffer the most impacts of cyclone, but it is not that the interior parts of a country will not be affected by cyclone. Of course, the effects will be more pronounced on the coastline. So it is possible to warn the affected population at least 1 day or 1.5 days in advance about the dangers from a cyclone. So this is quite possible. Even Indian Meteorological Department Met informs people 2 or 3 days advances. Now it is the responsibility of the local governments, of the local NGOs and all, or whatever people are there involved in the disaster mitigation, to inform the public, because the final affected population should be informed. Otherwise what will happen if people are not informed? Even though there is information with the authorities, but the number of or the damage caused cannot be reduced. It will be recognized that taking advantages of reliable cyclone warning systems, human loss due to tropical cyclone can be minimized. So that is important. So what are the essentials of an efficient cyclone warning system? So there should be a good observation system. Like India has a very good observing system. Even not only for our country, we even help the neighboring countries in their cyclones. We give warnings, informations. So modern and reliable forecasting techniques, rapid and dependable communication system. This is important, which we are lacking. For the forecast advisories and warnings to reach all concerned, adequate preparedness and quick response. Because what happens now, even though we have information, but that information is not, it does not, you can say, trickle down to the population, especially the vulnerable groups, the well-informed people, the people who are there, who have access to the, you can say, radio or other social media platforms. They are informed, they are well informed. But at the vulnerable group, the group which has no access to say a television or a radio or even a mobile phone, or rather even if they have mobile phones, they do not have this high of mobile phones. So the information should be such that the local or the most vulnerable group should be addressed, and especially the illiterate population, which does not, even if they have mobile phones, they will not understand the messages and all which are there displayed on the mobile phone. So such people should be properly, a system should be there, so such people are also informed. So what are the structural measures or engineering measures that should be taken? So this task is there, where a shelter belt needs to be created. It will ensure that it will ensure that the impact of cyclone is mitigated. Like in case of tsunami, you may have heard that mangroves are planted so that the, you can say, the wave effect of the tsunami is negated. Likewise, the cyclone effect can also be negated by plantation and mangrove regeneration. So forest department is primarily responsible, collectors, planning authorities, providing cyclone shelters. So cyclone shelters should be provided in cyclone prone areas, especially in Orissa and all, and Andhra Pradesh and all. Oh, just a moment. I forgot to present the screen. Should always remind me, in such a case. Good. Rihan has messaged me. Thank you, Rihan. Otherwise, it would have just gone in the same manner. Is the screen visible now?
Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Okay. There is.
I don't know, sir. It's for me or for whole class, but for me, it's not clear.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll just see. I'll check the network. Just a moment. Network is there. It is quite strong.
Clearly audible for all of us, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. There may be some issue.
Background noise.
No issue. Fine. Okay. So providing cyclone shelters. So the State Disaster Management Authority, the Greater Mumbai Disaster Management Authority, the Secretary of Repairs and Rehabilitation. These all people are responsible for it. Forecasting and warning. IMD is responsible. SDMA, GMDMA is responsible. So strengthen and upgrade. What activities need to be done? Of course, we have a forecasting and warning system. The strengthening and upgrading of existing cyclone and tsunami forecasting system should be done. We do not have a good system for tsunami forecasting. Of course, we get some indicators due to sensors in the ocean belts, we get some sensor. We have some sensors, but again, how adequately or accurately it predicts is still a matter of question. So, establish infrastructure for cyclone, tsunami warning, and disseminate to an onshore, offshore, coastal areas. So, information dissemination is most important. People are not made aware, or rather, there is not a proper mechanism to inform. Develop specific warning dissemination systems for ports, beach, salt workers, and fishermen who are, you can say, directly in the line of action, and who are directly in the, you can say, in the zone of the cyclone winds and all. They should be informed, and fishermen should be prevented from venturing into the seas during the cyclones. So these all things should be done. It is done at the level, but still to have to inform. Generally, a news is there. A news is flashed that fishermen should not venture into the sea, and all this is there. But it's quite, you can say, it's okay if the people get aware of the news, but still the people who have no access to, say, radio or television, or the people who are there already, they are into the sea, so that people need to be informed, and proper precautions should be taken. Evacuation route identification. Evacuation route should be identified. So again, the traffic police role is quite important, and of course the Greater Mumbai Disaster Management Authority's role is important. Coastal zone. So within 500 meters of high tide line with the elevation of less than 10 meter above MSL. So this zone, if you see, I had given an example of Mankur and Vashi. If you cross the Mankur railway station, you'll see a stretch of 2 kilometers or so where there is no construction. Likewise, before you approach the Vashi railway station, there is 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometer stretch where you will find no construction activities. So land use zoning in according with coastal regulation zone should be done. So proper authority should be there. Building bylaws and all should be strong, strictly ensured, and it should be ensured that the proper measures are followed, proper codes are followed. Capacity building. So of course, developing disaster management plan or tsunami contingency plan should be there. Procedures should be developed for developing the capacity. Impart training to stakeholders involved in the cyclone. So the local well informed, or they should be well trained to tackle such kind of disasters. So when IMD and these all agencies are involved, maritime boards, Navy, Coast Guard, and all involved. Of course, there are vacancies in the Coast Guard for even engineers. You engineers after your BE can also apply for these posts. Awareness is important, so disseminate cyclone tsunami risk to general public residing in coastal areas. Campaign for cyclone tsunami safety tips is important. Then safety audits need to be done. Carry out structural safety audits of all critical lifeline structures. So what do's and don'ts are there, and what particular do's should be there, and what which have some common do's and don'ts. That is at the government level, or at their you can say diplomatic bureaucratic level. But at our level, at the individual level, or the persons or the people who are directly involved with the cyclones, how they are impacted, and what are the various do's and don'ts which should be there, which should be followed during a cyclone, that we'll discuss. So check houses. You'll find some of these do's and don'ts which are common to, you can say, an earthquake, because of course earthquake also is similar things, do's and don'ts you will find, but some specific do's and don'ts also you will find for cyclones. So check houses, secure loose tile with cementing wherever necessary. So what will happen in case of cyclones, you know, because there will be shaking of the houses, especially in buildings and all, there will not no problem. Like if you see on YouTube, na, there are some videos which are there where high rise structures are there, say of 40 floors, 45 floors. You can see the winds which are gushing, and the sound, the horrific sound which the winds and all make. So if the, especially for tall buildings, tall houses are tall buildings and all these are there, so there may be a possibility that heavy winds may just break away the glasses, and the doors and windows may just be thrown, you can say, and they may, or they are weak. Otherwise, they may cause injury to the persons. Check the area around the house. Remove dead or dying trees. Otherwise, trees they may fall on people who are just passing through the you can say periphery of those trees, and also loose trees and all, they should be removed, or they should be, you can say, shifted to another place. Anchor objects like lumber piles, and especially the piles which are there in construction sites and all, no? The formwork and all which is made, so these piles should be anchored properly, or otherwise it is not possible. They should be removed and stacked and stored in some place where the cyclone effect will not be so much pronounced. Loose bricks, garbage cans and all should also be properly you can say anchored. Signboards, loose zinc sheets, these all things should be there, because they may, in the advent of cyclone, what will happen, they may be just thrown away. I'll share you a small case which happened when I actually particularly encountered a cyclone in my native. Actually, we had in our home, na, we had a roof sheet which was there of, you can say, asbestos, and they were tiled. But the cyclone was so severe, they were steel sheet, not exactly asbestos sheets. Steel sheets were there, like you see on a roof, na. So steel sheets, what happened was, due to the pressure or intensity of the cyclone, they just blew away. And luckily, no one was there in the, you can say, path of that sheets. Otherwise, what would happen if any person would have been there? He would have been, you can say, he would have. It would have caused a serious damage to the person's body, because those steel sheets, they can just fly, and they can just, because at the pressure of the cyclone, maybe just, you can say, people may just get severely damaged, even resulting to death. Some wooden boards readied so that glass windows can be boarded. So you may have seen in the news and all, na, the glass windows are boarded. Especially the people in the US, they are suspecting a Trump defeat, na? So they are suspecting a riot in the advent of Trump defeat. So what they are doing is, they are just putting wooden boards on the glass windows, so that people, even if in case of riots and all, especially the glass windows and all, can be protected. So this precautions they are taking. If you do not have wooden boards, anti-paste paper strips on the glass to prevent splinters. So this is also important, because again, glass, it may break, and it may just, the splinters may fly, and it may just, the people who are coming in contact with those splinters may get affected, may get severe cuts due to the glass, even resulting to death. Keep a hurricane lantern filled with kerosene, flashlight, and enough dry cells, and keep them handy. Promptly demolish condemned buildings. This is important, because what happens, the demolished building, even if people are not staying inside, even if the buildings are evacuated in the advent of cyclones, what will happen, the building may come down, and the people who are there, yesterday also we discussed this point, the people who are inside the building, the people who are just besides the building, the impact of the building collapse is more on them. We'll discuss more things about building collapse today in the next few slides, but fine. So these buildings should be condemned. These buildings should be demolished. The condemned buildings should be demolished. Those who have radio sets should ensure that the radio is fully serviceable. In case of transistors, an extra set of batteries should be kept handy. The battery should be there, or in the advent of extreme events, when the light is not there, electricity is not there for say a week or so, even the car batteries or bike batteries can be made. They can come handy, and they can be just used for the charging and all these purposes, because mobile phone and all will act as a very, you can say, important essential tool in the advent of such disasters. Of course, if the tower and all is not, the connection and all is not there, then it becomes a different issue. But at least when the when the connection and all, network and all is proper, or at least some network you have, then mobile phone will become a very handy tool for you in case of a cyclone. So keep your radio on and listen to the latest weather warnings and advisories from the nearest air station. Pass the information to others. Pass only information which is official, which you have got from radio to the others. Get away from low-lying beaches or other locations which may be swept away by high tides or storm waves. Leave sufficiently early before your way, so that what happens in the case of, you know, because it may be happen, the chaotic situation may there, and again traffic jams and all may be there. So should leave early and you should reach a proper high ground. Do not delay and run the risk of being marooned by the cyclone. Be alert for high water in areas where streams of river may be flooded due to heavy rains. If your house is out of danger from high tides and flooding from the river and it is well built, it is then probably the best place. However, please act promptly if asked. You should not just depend on your local knowledge or your local judgment. You should not be. You should not just. You should not be arbitrary in that case. You should be. You should take. You should listen to the advices. You should listen to the warnings which are issued from time to time by the authorities, and should not be adamant just to believe what you feel is right for the situation. That extra food, especially things which can be eaten without cooking, this is important, because for days it may happen that for many days you may not have access to gas or cooking stove. So these things are important. You should have some things which can be eaten raw. Store extra drinking water in suitably covered vessels. If you are in one of the evacuation areas, move your valuable articles to upper floors to minimize the flood damage. That's important. Especially, the cyclone will always be accompanied by rains, and the rains will be for half an hour or so, but those will be very heavy rains and it may cause flash floods. So these are important. So you should move your articles to upper floors. If you have, or at least if you don't have, you're just living in a flat system, so you should move your valuables to the neighbors which are there on the upper floors. Check on everything that might blow away or torn clothes, kerosene tins, cans, agriculture implements, garden tools, road signs and other objects become a weapon of destruction in strong winds. Remove them and store them in a covered room. Be sure that a window on the lee side. Lee side means what? In the direction opposite to the direction of the, facing the wind. So you should be able to open at least one window. You should have that should be open in the lee side, so that what happens is, at least you can, in the case of emergency, you can just exit through the window. Make provisions for children and adults requiring special diets, especially diabetic patients and children and small infants which are there, toddlers are there. They may not be well, you can say, because they are the vulnerable groups. So you should take care. You should, as being a responsible member of the family, you should take care that the provisions for food and all, medicines and all are there for the small and especially kids of younger than the age of 5. If the center of the eye passes directly over the place, center of the eye means we had discussed in the case of the cyclone, center of the eye is the place where the cyclone's effect is not there, because if you know the cyclone's effect periphery, more in the center, the effect will not be there. You will be just, there will be calm wind or there will be lull wind, so the center may not have that much wind force, but it will be accompanied by a rain, by heavy rain for half an hour or so. During this period of stay, you should stay in safe place. Make emergency repairs during the lull period if necessary. So it may happen that now the impact of cyclone is not there directly on you because you are in the eye of the cyclone. But it may happen that the cyclone will impact you in, say, some time, like 15 minutes. So whatever repair you feel is necessary so that the cyclone's impact will not be more pronounced in your place, you should do in that lull period. You suspect a cyclone to pass. Make emergency repairs during the lull period if necessary, but remember that strong winds will return suddenly from the opposite direction. So it is not that cyclone will be just there from one direction. It may be, generally there are anti-clockwise cyclones are there. happening in the, because it will be a combination of different type of winds. So it may affect appear from other direction, frequently with greater violence. Be calm. Your ability to meet emergency will inspire and help others. So you should remain in shelters until informed by those in charge. So do's and don'ts में क्या है? पहला चीज क्या है? You should remain in centers until informed by those in charge that you may return home. Any loose and dangling wire from the lamp post should be strictly avoided because they may carry electric currents, and avoid them. People should keep away from disaster areas unless you are required to assist. Antisocial elements should be prevented from doing mischief and reported to the police. Like I had given you an example of the Mumbai floods. Na? 2 or 3 days after the Mumbai floods, some antisocial elements, they had spread the rumors that the एक डैम फट गया है, डैम टूट गया है, ऐसा एक रूमर मुंबई में फैलाया गया था. इसके वजह से क्या हो गया? मेनी पीपल दे इवैक्यूएटेड देयर होम्स, है ना, देयर dwellings where they were there, and they rushed out of their house for fear of, है ना, कुछ लोग टेरिस पे चले गए, कुछ लोग कहाँ चले गए, एंड बहुत सारे लोग अपने घर की चाबियां भी, घर को लॉक भी नहीं किया, घर लॉक करने के बाद भी चाबियां अंदर भूल के चले गए, बिकॉज इट वाज अ chaotic situation. So what happened was many burglars and all the people who had wrong intentions, they just burst into the home and they just looted essential valuables. And again, many cases were reported to the police. So such antisocial people may even have mischief for just fun, है ना, कुछ वो ऐसे कुछ भी अफवाह फैला देंगे for fun or just for watching the people run helter skelter. They may just, है ना, spread some. So they should be avoided and reported to the police. Cars, buses, lorries, and carts should be driven carefully. Especially cars and all, if you are there, you should park your vehicles in a safe place, and if possible, you should vacate your car and go to a safe dwelling, because again, cars are heavy cyclones to the tune of 220 kilometers per second or so may even take your cars away with in the winds. The houses and dwelling should be cleared of debris. The losses should be reported to the appropriate authorities so proper relief and rescue operations can be done. Relatives should be promptly informed about the safety of persons in the disaster area. So as we discussed, the common relatives should be there outside the city, whom the all information should be there. So even if you are not able to contact your immediate family members, like some of you may be in workplaces, some of you may be in colleges. Now your family members may be at home. So if you are not able to establish contact, at least a person should be there who you can tell that I am safe or something like that. I have taken refuge in some shelter, so that information can be relayed to your family members if in the event of their establishing contact with them. Don't leave shelters until informed by the rescue personnel. Don't leave safe places during lull. However, minor repairs can be carried out. Don't touch loose and dangling wire from lamp posts. It may have electric current. Fine. So this was about cyclones. Next thing is it is tsunami. So tsunami also will have more or less same measures, some more additional measures, do's and don'ts will be there. So tsunami is a Japanese word with the English translation harbor wave. So generally su means harbor and nami means wave. So in the past, tsunamis were referred to as tidal waves by general public, as seismic sea waves by scientific community. But both these definitions are not, you can say, correct. It may, because tsunami is not caused by a particular reason. It can be caused by the tidal. They can be tidal waves as well as the seismic activity. So term tidal wave is a misnomer. Misnomer means not a proper word. So although tsunami's impact upon a coastline is dependent upon the tidal level at the time of tsunami strike, tsunamis are unrelated to the tides. Tides, all tide results from the extraterritorial imbalance gravitational forces of the moon, sun, and the planets. The scientific term tsunami sea wave is also misnomer. Why? Because seismic implies earthquake-related generation mechanism, but tsunami can also be caused, like a landslide may also cause a tsunami, or a meteorite impact may also cause a tsunami-like effect. Tsunamis are unlike wind-generated waves, which many of us have observed on a local lake or a coastal beach. In that, they are characterized as shallow water waves with long periods and wavelengths. Tsunami, on the other hand, can have wavelength in excess of 100 km. We can just wavelength is there for a tsunami, and the period on the order of 1 hour. As a result of their long wavelength, tsunamis behave as shallow water waves. So if you see, where the tsunami exactly occur, the wave impact will not be there. They will be shallow water waves. A wave becomes a shallow water wave when ratio between the water depth and its wave gets very small. So the wavelength is large and the water depth is quite small. So at that time, the frequency will be. Are you understanding this point? So wavelength is more and the depth is small. So this will be quite impactful. Shallow water waves move at speed that is equal to the square root of the product of acceleration meters per second square and the water depth. So lesser the depth, more will be the impact. Tsunamis can be generated when the sea floor abruptly deforms and vertically displaces the overlying water. I had shown you a video on the video during the tsunami. That what impact was there. So what happened was, due to the tsunami, you have seen that sudden displacement of the ground is there, and what happened was sudden waves are created. Wave impact immediately, but what happened as the wave transited forward, when they came towards the sea, the impact was quite pronounced. Tectonic earthquakes are a particular kind of earthquake that are associated with the Earth's crustal movement or crustal deformation. When these earthquakes occur beneath the sea, the water above the deformed areas is displaced from the equilibrium, because there will be tons and tons of water which will be displaced. It will be a sudden jerky movement. That jerky movement will not be observed immediately above the earthquake, because that depth of the water is quite pronounced. At some places even 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, the depth of water is there. So that effect will not be pronounced. But as it reaches the shallow water, because that ratio is there, that ratio should be maintained. So the wavelength will be there. So again, you can say this will be increased. The wave height will be increased, because the depth and this ratio needs to be maintained. Waves are formed as a displaced water mass which acts as the influence of gravity attempts to regain its equilibrium. Because the water is displaced, so water will it will try to level itself, and then the waves will be formed. When large area of the sea floor elevate or subside, a tsunami can be created. Large vertical movements of the Earth's crust can occur at the plate boundaries. We had seen in 2004 tsunami. It was just say some meters displacement was there, but it happened to so many kilometers, hundreds of kilometers. That small movement was there. So what happened? The entire water got displaced and it created huge waves. So again, tsunami can be generated by any disturbance that displaces a large mass of water from its equilibrium position. So in case of earthquake generated tsunamis, the water column is disturbed by the uplift or subsidence of the sea floor. So submarine landslides also, landslides also are there, which are often accompanied by large earthquakes, as well as collapses of volcanic edifices also disturb the overlying water column. And again, what happens is it causes rock slump, downslope, and the water is just distributed on the sea floor, and then it again causes havoc at the coastline. So again, these all things are there. So we'll not go too much in detail. We'll just see the do and don't. So again, if you see large energy flux is created, so again the shoveling, because of the shoveling effect, tsunami interceptor may grow. So in the tsunami which is just imperceptible means it is not observed. So sensors may not detect. You should have very good sensors. They should detect the displacement of water, because again the waves will be there. So tsunami may not be detected because they are not perceptible at the sea. Because of the shoveling effect, because of the ratio and all this has to be constant and all. Because of that effect, they may have minimal effect at the sea, may have pronounced effect at the sea coast. When it finally reaches the coast, a tsunami may appear as a rapidly rising or falling tide, a series of breaking waves, or even a war. So what are the various do's and don'ts? If you find out, you should find out if your home, school, workplace, or other frequently visited locations are in the tsunami hazard or not. You know the height of a street above sea level, so you should always know. If you visit the railway stations and all, at almost every railway station you will find some indicators about the mean sea level. If you go to CSMT railway station, you will find that the MSL is around 4 meter or so. If you go to Kalyan or Thane, it is around 10-15, और थोड़ा सा आप नॉर्थ में जाओ टिटवाला and all, it will again increase to 90 meter and all. So जितना आप आगे जाओगे इतना वो the more you come inside the coast, the sea level will go on increasing. पुणे में अगर आप जाओ तो पुणे का mean sea level is around 500-600 meters. लोनावला वगैरह में 1000 meters ऐसा कुछ है, 1 kilometers and all. So again the sea level, mean sea level you should know. कि आप कितना मीन सी लेवल के ऊपर हो, दैट यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड. If your children, people, kids from your home are there in an unidentified Indonesian zone, find out what evacuation plan the school has. ना स्कूल में अगर है, स्कूल में ऐसा सुनामी के जोन में आता है तो you should find, है ना. तो these things should be done. Practice your evacuation routes. This should be done. A common drills, community drills should be there. Use a weather radio or stay tuned to a local radios or a railway station to keep informed about of local watches and warnings. So insurance and all these agents should also be discussed. Discuss tsunami with your family. Everyone should know what a tsunami situation is. Discussing tsunamis ahead of time will reduce fear and save precious time in an emergency. Review flood safety and preparedness measures with the family. So if you are in an area at risk from tsunami, you should find out if your home, school, workplace or other frequently visited locations are in tsunami hazard areas. Know that the height of your street above the sea level you should know. So local administration may put signboards, है ना. As I said, CSMT station में 4 मीटर का mean sea level है. So all the areas in more or less in the proximity of the area they should establish their MSL from the benchmark of CSMT. Find out height about sea level and distance from the coast of outbuildings that house animals as well as pastures or corals. Plan evacuation routes from your home, school, workplace or any place you may be where tsunami present a risk. If possible, pick areas 30 meters above sea level or go as far as 3 किलोमीटर. तो ये दो इंडिकेटर्स है, या तो आपको 30 मीटर अबव मीन सी लेवल होना है या तो 3 किलोमीटर अंदर जाना है. लेकिन ये चीज है ना, जापान में जो सुनामी आया था 2011 में, दिस थिंग आल्सो फेल्ड because the tsunami waves even they reached height of 55 meters also at some places, especially which were there in direct coast. So can you imagine, they even 30 floors, you can imagine 30 meters कितना हो गया, more or less 8 floors हो गया. तो these things are there. At least you should go, जितना आप दूर जाओगे सी कोस्ट से 3 किलोमीटर तक अंदर जाओगे तो you can reach safer zones. Every meter inland or upward may make the difference, है ना. जैसे मैंने आपको वो वीडियो में बताया था कि even if you go upward, है ना, अगर एक rather than, because there may be a traffic congestion, so rather than moving inside, if you just go upwards, आप just एक lamp post या not exactly lamp post but a building or some place which is there, you may just able to travel the upwards to the this you can just travel so that you are safe. If you cannot get to this high or far, go as far as you can. ऐसा हिम्मत नहीं हारना है, जितना दूर जा सकते हैं जाना है. Every meter inland or upward may make the difference. You should be able to reach your safe location on foot within 15 minutes. So गाड़ी पे और इसमें जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, फुट से भी आप पहुंच सकते हो. गाड़ी में कब यूज करना है, when you suspect that there will be no local congestion. After disaster, roads may become blocked or unusable. Be prepared for evacuation by foot if necessary. Footpaths may normally need uphill and inland, while many parallel roads for coastlines. So what are the do's and don'ts? Follow posted tsunami evacuation routes. This will lead to safety. Local emergency management officials can advise you on the best routes to safety and likely shelter locations. If your kids which are there in your homes, schools is in an identified inundation zone, find out what school evacuation plan is. Find out if the plan requires to pick your children up from school and or from any other location. So this should be there. Should develop a rapport with the school authorities, or at least some numbers and all you should have of the school personnel. Telephone lines during a tsunami watch or warning may be overloaded and routes to and from the school may be jammed. Practice your evacuation routes. Familiarity may save your life. So what are the drainage areas, gutters and all, they should be we should be aware of. Be able to follow your escape routes at night and during inclement weather. तो जरूरी नहीं कि tsunami दिन में आएगा, रात में भी आता है tsunami. Practice your plan makes the appropriate response more of a reaction requiring less thinking during an actual emergency. Use a weather radio or stay tuned to a local radio or TV station to inform local watches and warnings. Talk to insurance agent. Discuss tsunami with family. These all things that should be done. Review flood safety and preparedness with family. अगर आप कोई है ना ऐसे एरिया में जहाँ रिस्क ऑफ सुनामी है, जैसे अभी 2004 में it was observed that many people were holidaying in Indonesia and Mali and all these places when the tsunami occurred. So they were not aware of the local conditions. So travel advisories and all were not proper. So you should check with the hotel or campground operators for tsunami evacuation information and find out what are the warning systems for tsunami. It is important to know the designated escape routes before a tsunami warning is issued. One of the early warning signals of tsunami is that sea water recedes several meters, exposing fish on shallow waters or on the beaches. If you see the sea water receding, you should immediately leave the beach or go to. तो generally beach से आपको क्या करना है, देखो पहले क्या होता है, पहला इंडिकेशन तो पानी पूरा का पूरा नीचे चले जाता है. मैंने आपको ये बताया था, you have also seen in the video. पानी जो है इमीडिएटली पानी क्या होगा, बिकॉज तो पानी लैंड हैज जनरली सबसाइडेड ना, लैंड सबसाइड हो गया है सुनामी जोन, तो पानी क्या हो गया, पानी इमीडिएटली इन्फ्लक्स हो गया है इसमें. तो सी शोर्स पे क्या होगा, पानी इमीडिएटली बहुत सारा मीटर्स इवन टू सम किलोमीटर्स में जस्ट रिसीड, पूरा का पूरा आपको ब्लैंक दिखेगा. आपको अगर ऐसा कुछ दिख रहा है सी शोर्स पे, यू शुड इमीडिएटली रश टू द हायर ग्राउंड. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इज you can just run away. So you should avoid building or living within 200 meters of the high tide coastline. So आपको 200 मीटर, कम से कम 200 मीटर अंदर जाना है. Those areas are more likely to experience damage from tsunami, strong winds or coastal storms. Make a list of items to bring inside in the event of tsunami. A list will help you remember anything can be swept away under the tsunami waters. Alleviate coastal homes. Coastal homes अगर हैं तो generally bamboo and all these के उसके homes बनाते हैं लोग, तो generally they should be elevated and not on lower grounds. Most tsunami waves are less than 3 meters. 3 मीटर में एक फ्लोर की generally tsunami waves है. Elevating your house will reduce the damage to your property and most tsunami. Take precautions to prevent flooding. Have an engineer check your home, advise about ways to make it more resistant. So generally structural audit and all this you should do. There are many ways to divert waves away from the property. Improperly built walls could make your situation worse. Consult a professional for advice. Ensure that outbuilding pastures, corrals are protected the same way as your homes. When installing or changing fence line, consider placing them in such a way that your animals are able to move, because cattle and all, if they are tying the cattle, they may be under severe risk. So should just loosen their ties and all, and they can best served if they are able to. उनको अगर खुद से उनको prevention के लिए छोड़ देंगे तो they can be well served. Generally in the zoos and all they found that maximum damage is there, because zoos में क्या होता है, generally they are caged and all. What to do if you feel a strong coastal zone? If you feel an earthquake that lasts than 20 seconds or longer, when you are in the coastal, you should drop, cover and hold. ये तीन चीजें, drop, cover and hold on to tight objects. You should protect yourself from the earthquake damages. And the shaking stop, gather members of your household and move quickly to the house. देखो आपको पहले जब earthquake तो आपको खुद को बचाना है. बाद में when the shaking stop, gather members of household and move quickly to the higher ground from the coast. Tsunami may be coming within minutes. Avoid downed power lines and damaged objects from bridges, which may have heavy objects which may fall during an aftershock. If you are on the land, be aware of the tsunami facts. The tsunami warning, tsunami facts are important. Share this knowledge, whatever knowledge you have about the about saving lives and first aid kits and all. You should share knowledge with relatives and friends. If you are in a skill and here there is a tsunami warning, you should follow the advice of teachers and other school personnel. If you are at home and hear the tsunami warning, you should make sure entire family is aware of the warning. सारे को, especially the vulnerable group, जो बूढ़े बच्चे हैं, उनको आपको aware करना है. Your family should evacuate your house if you live in a tsunami evacuation zone. Move in an orderly, calm and safe manner to the evacuation site or any safe place. Outside your evacuation zone. Follow the advice of local emergency and law enforcement authorities. If you are at the beach or near the oceans and you feel the earth shakes, move immediately to higher ground. Do not wait because देखो क्या होगा, authorities will not inform the tsunami. They will not issue the tsunami warning immediately. And आपको लग रहा है कि tsunami आ सकती है तो immediately vacate the house. If you are in the coastal zone, you should go at the higher place. Stay away from rivers and streams that lead to the ocean. जनरली तो कोस्टल एरियाज में जो ओशंस एंड ऑल सीज है, जो रिवर्स है, बड़े जो है ना, बड़े जो ओशन को कनेक्ट करने वाली जो रिवर्स है, यू शुड बी स्टेइंग अवे फ्रॉम दोस बीचेस एंड ऑल. सो रीजनल सुनामी फ्रॉम अ लोकल earthquake strike some areas before tsunami can be announced. Tsunami is generated in distant location will generally give people enough time to move on to higher grounds. So small homes and small buildings located in low-lying coastal areas are not designed to withstand the tsunami impact. So important. So अगर बोट पे हो तो अगेन बोट पे है तो आपको डरने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज देखो साइक्लोन में there is a cause there is a, you can say that there is a severe impact on the boats. But if you are on the boat, generally if you are not on the coastline, if in the sea, you are well safe, but you should not return to the coast if you are in the sea, because what happens is the maximum damage is there on the coastline. So harbors को आपको contact करना है, generally you can use some, है ना, there are some communication lines through which you can contact the harbor ports, और उनको पूछना है before returning back to the coastline, because unless if you try to have haphazardly return the coastline, you may, especially you will fall in the line of fire of the tsunamis. Smaller ports may be under the control of a harbor other, so all things you should take care of, and you should, है ना, सुनामी अगर जनरली आता है तो इफ यू आर इन द सी यू आर जनरली सेफ. सो सुनामी के बाद क्या करना है, यू शुड लिसन टू द वार्निंग्स एंड रेडियो सिग्नल्स एंड टेलीविजन पे जो इमरजेंसी अपडेट्स आते हैं उसको सुनना है. सो रोड्स डैमेज होते हैं, ब्रिजेस एंड अदर प्लेसेस में अफेक्टेड, तो आपको इमीडिएटली रोड, स्पेशली कच्चा रोड है उसको आपको इमीडिएटली लेना है बिकॉज दे विल सबसाइड. सो इफ नीड्स टू बी रेस्क्यूड, अगर आपको लग रहा है समवन इन स्टेप्स, यू शुड जस्ट इन्फॉर्म द अथॉरिटीज. People who require special assistance, infants, elderly people, those with transportation. Without transportation, large families need additional help in emergency. People with disabilities should be helped immediately. Avoid disaster areas where presence में hamper rescue and other appearance. आपको लगता है कि मैं इसको मदद करूंगा, but उल्टा होता है, आपको लगता है कि I will save them, but you are causing the harm because you are blocking the people, blocking the entry of the emergency medical services and all, and the disaster management authorities. So you are creating further problems or risk of floods such as contaminated water, crumbled roads, landslides. So generally you should avoid roads and all, because they may be crumbled roads which may again give way and you may just fall prey to the, you can just subside, the land may subside and you can just get some accidents. So again you should use telephone, stay out of a building. Again, before entering the building, you should do proper structural audit or inspection. So again, you should wear proper pants, long sleeve shirts, sturdy shoes, because again, you may be impacted and injuries and all should be prevented. Use battery operated lanterns or flashlight when examining buildings. Do not use candles, because again some fires and smokes will be there, some gases will be there, chemicals will be there which may catch fire due to the fire, due to the, you can say, चिंगारी की वजह से आग लग सकती है. Examine walls, floors, doors, staircases, windows to make sure that the building is not in danger of collapsing. Inspect foundations for cracks or other damage. Cracks and damage to foundation can render a building uninhabitable. So again cracks and all इसको देखना है, आपको समझना है. देखो जब इंडोनेशिया में जो सुनामी आई थी, और इवन इन द इंडियन ओशन, इंडिया में आल्सो इफेक्टेड, तो इंडियन नेशन में द cracks and all were observed because there was earthquakes at 20-25 minutes before, but people did not evacuate, and because of that, because of lack of evacuation, many people lost their lives. So you look for fire hazard, gas leaks, electrical system damage, sewer water lines and all, ये सबको देखना है. Wild animals के बारे में केयर करना है. Pictures and all लेना है so that they can be uploaded to some, you can say some sort of system, some sort of apps can be developed with government authorities. आपको apps पे वो pictures upload करना है so that proper arrangement and proper treatment can be done, है ना. Check food supplies, mud वगैरह उसको आपको निकालना है, because they are generally in the liquid position. जब पानी के साथ सारा mud और debris आती है तो liquid, इसमें they will be in some semi solid state, so you should immediately remove so that they don't solidify, and then again the problem is there of removing that mud and all. So generally आफ्टर शॉक्स के लिए केयर करना है, एनिमल्स के लिए आपको ध्यान रखना है, स्पेशली पेट्स एंड ऑल, उनका ध्यान रखना है. The next thing is the building collapse. So before that I'll just share the you can say I'll just share the attendance with you. You can just mark your attendance. So I will start with this. And all of you should give your answers. Sorry, mark your attendance. So what is next is building collapse. So what is a building collapse? Buildings, like all structures, are designed to support certain loads without deforming excessively. So building का problem, collapse building generally is not, देखो earthquakes do not cause damage. It is the poorly designed buildings which are causing damage. So buildings, like all structures, are designed to support certain loads without deforming excessively. If you see Japan and all, na, they have such a technology that the vibrations and all are absorbed, and the buildings face for some meters, 1 or 2 meters on either side, and without any damage. So they design the buildings structurally so you can say flexible, or that there is less rigidity, and then the damage, and the more the stiff the building is, the more likely of damage there is there. So the loads are the weights of people and objects the weight of rain and snow and of the pressure. So these are the live loads. So again, the building should be designed for live loads. Building of a few floors, strength generally accompanies with sufficient rigidity, and the design is mainly that of a roof that keep the weather out while spanning large open spaces. With tall buildings and many floors, the roof is a minor matter, and support of the weight of building itself is the main consideration. Like long bridges, tall buildings are छोटे मोटे बिल्डिंग में ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन tall buildings है, they are subjected to catastrophic collapse. So causes of building collapse can be summarized as bad design. Generally, this is the prime cause of building collapse. Faulty construction. Design तो अच्छा होगा, लेकिन construction methods are not proper. Foundation failure होगा. So foundation में failure होता है. Extraordinary loads, unexpected failure modes, and combination of other causes. So bad designs है ना, especially the design itself is bad. Many structures just collapse because what happens is the load calculation is inaccurate, है ना. अभी जो इसमें बिल्डिंग गिरी थी, महाड़ में जो बिल्डिंग गिरी थी 2 months बैक, वो क्यों गिरी थी? बिकॉज ऑफ द फॉल्टी, द वेरी थिन कॉलम्स वर प्रोवाइडेड, है ना, एंड जस्ट वन कॉलम इफ इट गिव वे, द अदर कॉलम्स पे पूरा लोड आ गया, एंड दे कुड नॉट सस्टेन द load, and hence the entire building just came down. So this generally the architect or the engineer is responsible for the building for the bad design. Faulty construction में design तो अच्छा होगा, but the you can say the contractor may just cut short on his cost cutting के लिए वो क्या करेगा? Construction, he will use substandard construction practices and substandard materials. So again, bad riveting, inferior steel, है ना, or even improper tightening of nuts, these all cause bad welding, है ना. तो ये सारी चीजें होती है faulty construction. Even the bad workmanship also is the faulty construction. So even an excellently designed and construction, ये दोनों भी अच्छा हो गया, तो भी अगर उसका फाउंडेशन खराब डिजाइन है, फाउंडेशन बराबर से डिजाइन नहीं है, तो it will lead to what? It will lead to a collapse. Although the structure will carry its load, the earth beneath it may not. So एक एग्जांपल है, आप लोगों को सबको एक फेमस एग्जांपल पता होगा, द लीनिंग टावर ऑफ पीसा, सुने हो सबने? सो इट इज अ गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ बैड फाउंडेशन. तो बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स है, जैसे अभी आप द ओल्ड आर्मरी मींस अ प्लेस व्हिच इज देयर फॉर म्यूजिकल थिएटरिक प्लेस है. तो ये जो सेंट पॉल मिनीसोटा में जो ये है, मिनीपोलिस यूएस में जो आर्मरी है, और द म्यूजिकल और ऑडिटोरियम टाइप ऑफ प्लेस इज देयर व्हिच हैज द कैपेसिटी ऑफ से रफली 8000 पीपल. तो वहां पे क्या, इट हैज सैंक टू, ये 1930s में 1935 समथिंग में क्रिएटेड है, बना है, बिल्ट है. सो इट सैंक टू सम 20 feet इन द सॉफ्ट क्ले. फाउंडेशन डिजाइन बराबर नहीं था. 20 feet, यू कैन इमेजिन योर हाइट इज रफली 5.5 feet. सो 4 है ना, मोर देन यू कैन से मोर देन 1 floor was just sank into the soft clay. So again, many repairs are not there to do for it. So many railway bridges in US ना, because US में generally it is one of the first countries which had such huge construction activities, है ना. 1800s में 1900s में बहुत सारा construction हुआ था US में, और अभी भी हो रहा है, लेकिन उस टाइम पे US were the one of the first countries which has tall buildings and long bridges. Initially they had, है ना, World Trade Center and all this, है ना, बहुत सारे अदर भी iconic टावर्स है यूएस में, which were built से 70 years back, 80 years back. उस टाइम पे भी वो लोगों ने टॉल बिल्डिंग्स बनाए थे. हाँ, एक्सटर्नल लोड्स भी होता है, कभी कभी बहुत सारे लोग आ जाते हैं एक जगह पे, है ना, जिसमें ऑकर फेलियर मोड्स विच में अदर रीजंस. वन केस विल डिस्कस पर्टिकुलरली ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये आपको एज एन इंजीनियर्स टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर कोलैप्स वाज देयर. Because look, World Trade Center, if you see the towers were neither a steel skeleton nor a reinforced concrete. If you see the structure, अगर आप study करो World Trade Center की, which collapsed due to the 2001 का जो है ना टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ था यूएस पे. The World Trade Center towers were there were neither a steel skeleton nor reinforced concrete. They were designed as square tubes made of heavy, hollow, welded sections, braced against the buckling by building floors. है ना, वो just square tubes थे ना, एक tabular structure था वो. तो massive foundations, तो उन्होंने बहुत सारी testing की थी. Massive foundation descended to bedrock since the towers had to be safe against wind and other lateral forces because it was 110 stories है ना. और उस टाइम पे इतने बड़े स्ट्रक्चर्स नहीं थे, बहुत रेयर था. और यूएस वाज द पायनियर्स इन दी tall structures. Of course, Eiffel Tower and all were there, but they are not that those towers. Qutub Minar and all these structures are there, but they are just 10 stories or something like that. But this was 110 stories, which was imagined at that time 1920s, 1900s में उन्होंने जो बनाए थे. So they had to do a lot of testing. So they had tested the towers against strong winds and lateral forces that could overturn them. All this was taken into the consideration for design and construction, which seems to have been first rate. बहुत अच्छा कंस्ट्रक्शन उन्होंने किया था. An attempt to damage the building by bomb at the base had negliged. तो उन्होंने ये भी टेस्टिंग किया था, इसका भी मॉडल बना के टेस्ट किया था कि व्हाट इफ उन्होंने एक बॉम्ब एक्सप्लोजन जस्ट ये किया था, सिमुलेट किया था एट द बेस, and they found out that it has no effect. Bomb explode करके भी, because they are not predicted something will be there on the higher 65th or 55th floor and will strike. ये कुछ उन्होंने सिमुलेट नहीं किया. But at least at the base and the bottom floors, they had tested a bomb explosion and they had seen that it had negligible effect. The strong base and foundation would repel any such assault with ease as it indeed did, है ना. तो कोई भी अगर impact अगर bomb explosion अगर उसके base पे होता है, there will be no impact on the higher floors. The impact of an aircraft on the upper stories had only a local effect, है ना, and it did not impair the integrity of the building which remained solid. तो उसको जो impact हुआ था, impact जो aircraft जो दो buildings में है ना, they crashed into the building. It did not have an impact on the entire building. It just had a local impact on these 2 or 3 stories which the building है ना जो जहाँ पे जो hit हुए थे. But what happened was fire caused weakening of the steel, because you all know steel का melting temperature कितना है. Steel's melting point is roughly 1600 degrees Celsius. So the temperature which was observed in this on this towers was to the tune of say 1500-1600 degrees Celsius तक temperature गया था due to the fire, है ना, due to the impact, because huge amount of fuel was there in the airplanes. और वो fire है ना एक time आया which lead to the melting of steel or deformation of steel. Steel ही जब melt हो गया तो what happened, suddenly a load received increased, है ना, and it for which they were not designed. What happened next was unexpected. कोई किसी के ख्वाबों ख्याल में नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है, and it was catastrophic. The slumped floors pushed the steel modules outwards. The steel was put outward because again they weak, है ना, steel itself tried to melt and they become weak, है ना. तो क्या होगा, वो पूरे स्टील मॉड्यूल्स आउटवर्ड पुश हो गए, सेपरेटिंग द फ्लोर फ्रॉम द फ्लोर बीम्स. तो उसका जो टाई था, फ्लोर के जो बीम्स कॉलम का पूरा स्ट्रक्चर था, तो स्टील वाज सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम द फ्लोर बीम्स, है ना, एंड दे एक्टेड एज इंडिविजुअल मेंबर्स. द नेक्स्ट फ्लोर देन कोलैप्स्ड ऑन द वन बिलो इट, है ना, ऊपर की जो फ्लोर थे उसके ऊपर कोलैप्स हो गए. वन बाय वन दे जस्ट फेल एज अ हाउस ऑफ कार्ड्स, है ना, पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स, वो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर कोलैप्स हो गया. The debris of the concrete facing and steel modules fell in the shower in the main structure collapsed almost at the same rate in 15 seconds or so, है ना. 15 देखो 1 घंटे तक तो वो बर्निंग, मतलब वो तो स्टील मेल्ट हुआ 1 घंटे तक, है ना. 1 घंटे तक फायर की वजह से स्टील स्टार्टेड टू मेल्ट. सो 15 सेकंड के अंदर 110 stories were almost reduced to a pile of 9 stories high, mainly of the steel wall modules and whatever around them. The South Tower collapsed. 2 towers पे hit हुआ था. South Tower collapsed 47 minutes after the impact. North Tower collapsed 1 hour 44 minutes after the impact. तो South Towers में जो emergency medical services टीम पहुंची थी, in addition to the people inhabitants of the tower, even the medical team, they lost their lives. When even one corner of the floor was weakened and fell, the collapse would soon propagate around the circumference and the building would be lost. It is clear that the building built in this manner have a catastrophic mode of failure, and like a house of cards and a pack of cards कैसे गिरते हैं वैसा. It should have ruled out future construction. तो इसके लिए now tubular construction all it is now not practiced. So you can say complex type of construction now taken, है ना, बहुत सारा particular design and all these forces are also tackled care of. It triggered when there is a partial collapse at any level and that breaks the continuity of the tube, है ना. तो partial collapse से ट्यूब की कंटिन्यूटी टूट जाती है and again the, है ना, पूरा का पूरा स्ट्रक्चर नीचे आ जाता है. तो again those things for high rises, these things are taken care of. The collapse as a means of propagation that soon involves the whole structure bypassing its major strengths and impossible to interrupt. There is no need for an annular, a simple explosion. Even an explosion which would have been there in the 55th or 66th बीच में अगर एक्सप्लोजन होता था, वो ट्यूबुलर स्ट्रक्चर का पूरा, है ना, बीच का अगर स्ट्रक्चर, अगर the connection would have been lost between flows, again there will have been the collapse. So it's okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss about this. I hope all of you are given attendance. Fine. One announcement for civil engineering students. Your unit test will be there. Unit test 2 will be there 18, 19, 20. Fine. So be well prepared. So I'll try to finish all syllabus by 14.